Yes. Okay, it's red. Another decision.
Your latest victory was... Got to load the cannons before you fire them, Commander. Just like with some conquering to do.
You fight with cunning. Easy does it, Commander.
I feel positive. It's hard to say, isn't it?
A word, Commander, if you please. I have made an asset. You know my background. You know I used to be a queen in my own right, and that under my rule, women held sway. In a male-dominated world, I have tried to champion their rights, and on the whole, I have found in you an unexpected ally. My disposition may have sometimes betrayed my true appreciation. So I would like to thank you here and now for meeting my demands with dignity and conviction.
Well, not all of them.
Even if a man, I know you will make for a great emperor, and it shall be my honor to fight by your side until the day comes victory shall finally be ours.
Commander, if we elves think something is of supreme importance, it is the happiness of all people. For those with rejoicing hearts do no evil and look upon the world with kindness. We also believe they will fight harder for their country if pressed. For a new overlord may not hold their welfare in high regard. Clearly this will benefit you in times of need. So, how can we increase the happiness of a huge part of your citizenry? By allowing them to form unions, so they can stand up for themselves better. What do you say?
Falstaff is not gonna like that. And the skeleton guy, I don't know. the churches weren't so fond of trade unions, but eventually they made Christian trade unions. Let's see what they say.
Unions? What blasphemy! People shouldn't emancipate themselves in factories. They should prostrate themselves before the gods in the seven glorious temples. Let the people organize and they'll suddenly make all sorts of silly demands. Advocate not happiness, Commander, but humility.
Typical elven wishy-washy nonsense. Unions indeed. Nothing but organized trouble, led by work-shy ne'er-do-wells. Don't you fall for Oberon's tricks, Commander.
It's not that the idea of unions offends me, Commander, but in times of war, we just cannot afford the side effect unions tend to bring about. Strikes, protests, you know the sort of thing. No, I advise against Oberon's proposal.
Frightfully bad idea, Commander. You allow unions, and before you know it, concerns about working conditions are raised. They'll shut down every arms factory we own. Won't make us imps any happier, that.
Let's see. Still need to get him up. Elves 100, so I can take the hit. Denied.
This would have been the first step towards the betterment of your fellow man, Commander. Needless to say, I am sorely disappointed, as every other elf in the realm will be.
Very wise of you, Commander.
Good show, Commander. Our laborers have more than enough rights as it is.
Very good, Commander. Unions tend to be run by small-minded people, and in...
Dodged a bullet there, Commander. Union folk are like annoying brats, you know. Never content with what the...
A transport. Oh, over the other money. Shore up those borders. Well, I'm not too happy with this transport and that transport. Okay.
Gods have mercy on Ophelia's soul, Commander, for I have not. Gone is her skeletal grace. Swept aside is the pure beauty of the bone. Even riddled with disease, her osseous presence was more inspiring than the meat-made one she now portrays. Accursed be thy coupling.
So she
My
looks a lot
world
different.
and stars. Approach. Approach and behold my beauty. See how the directions of desire took hold, and with wondrous words of wizardry were realized. A bride of bone no longer. Icarus has left for his far-off home, laden with the gold of generations. Yet despite the rapture that riches should bring, tears stained his eyes as he looked upon his creation and realized he'd spent it all. And more, if it would have brought him a single kiss. No, I whispered. I belong to the dragon only. And what of my kin? Alas, they do not understand. Yorick brands me a traitor even, but I care not. In seeking salvation, how have I cheated the Seven? How have I deceived?
I'm the last to deny the change that has befallen Lady Ophelia is nothing short of miraculous, Commander. But by every ruby in the rocks, at what a price! Perhaps I too would have gone to such lengths would it remedy waking next to a living skeleton. But still it makes my head swim more dizzily than 3 pints of liver-lasher lager.
You fight with cunning.
A resounding...
Your latest...
What? Oh, remember, Commander. Dragon and demon may make for a...
Ah, dear dragon, it is you. The wizard, he subjects me to endless torture, and not the kind I like.
Let's play it out. Can always sacrifice her later.
Gods have mercy.
see. Battleships. Oh, I'm through. Ah, don't have any money anymore. Damn it. Okay, what does he want?
Commander, I have formally accused the undead in the city of Harrow Ridge of genocide and brought the matter before the council. The situation there is frightful. Fanatics among the undead, are there any other, have been purging the unclean. That is to say, the elven community.
Okay.
There have been patrols in the night, empty houses in the morning, and loose earth in ditches near the edges of the city. Scandalous! As is the negligence shown by General Edmund. He was given the task of regulating the town according to your laws. But of course he's not lifted a finger to stop this secretive slaughter because of his well-known contempt for the elves.
If you've been talking to Oberon, Commander, know he is grossly overacting in my humble opinion. In a remote town, far away from proper civilization, perhaps it is true tensions between undead and elves could manifest in some sort of temporary violence, but mass killings? By the Seven, no. That I cannot believe.
What's the state? What does Edmund say?
If there is one favor you can do for me, Commander, it's to invite Oberon up on one of the observation decks, give him a nudge, and let gravity prove elves can indeed not fly. Then at least he can pester me no more with his aggravating accusations of professional misconduct. He's been prattling on and on about some tiff between some of his sorry sort and a couple of undead as hot-headed as they are airheaded. He even talks of genocide, if you can believe it. Melodramatic little man, isn't he? All of this is supposed to be happening in some rural hamlet newly conquered. No more than a collection of pigsties and whorehouses, I imagine, and I bet you can hardly tell the difference. Yes, I was officially given the responsibility to oversee matters there, but some local undead officer said he'd do the job, and I was all the more glad for it.
Well, that's not good.
As you can see, Oberon missed the mark once more. I can hardly be charged for misconduct when I haven't even conducted anything, now can I, Commander?
You better go and investigate.
Hop to it! You have before you the greatest general in Rivellon, and you're ordering him to waste his time on a bunch of peasants that are having trouble playing nice. Very well, Commander. Perhaps later I can attend to more of this urgent business. I'm sure there's loads of kittens stuck in trees and toddlers in want of their teddies.
A resounding victory you return from, Commander.
You triumphed yet.
Okay, let's save here and continue another time.